eyeliner wearing Temu Undertaker Damian Priest.
Even with the Undertaker out of the business for a while, you know, he's all doing podcasts and content these days, his name is still trending oh so often. I mean, I know he's a part of the business behind the scenes, training and from whatnot, the word is, but still, he trends all the time. The living legend, the dead man, and that Temu Undertaker during the promo by Drew McIntyre had everyone bugging. That was like the diss of the year, apparently, in promos on WWE. You guys remember that when everyone used to say, you're the Wish version of this or the whatever version of that? Well, nowadays, Temu is the go-to diss. I mean, I'm so sick of them with their ads everywhere and the spam bullshit they're on. And to keep it real, just everything is getting out of control with the ads. You know what I mean? You know how those only used to be on like bootleg ass apps? Now on Netflix, if you're tuning in to watch Raw, if you pause it, you get pop-up ads and shit. I'm just getting so sick of it. Everything is added the fuck out. But aside from Drew McIntyre going in on Damian Priest and having all the fans laughing their asses off, another reason the Undertaker's name is trending is because of some pro wrestling history. And obviously, Taker has been a part of so much history. I mean, it's hard to even keep track of. The dead man is no question a living legend. And what we're talking about was when he had another living legend helped him gracefully bow out and put a bow on his career, HBK Shawn Michaels. 2 years prior to this match at WrestleMania, Shawn Michaels helped Ric Flair do the same thing, you know, where Ric Flair put his career online during the match. And the finishes of these two matches, which then 2 years later, what we're talking about right now, which was 15 years ago, the way Shawn's looking at Taker and, you know, like, he put me out of my misery, Old Yeller, take him out back with the shotgun, you know what I mean? And it was pretty cool the way he gestured to the Undertaker with his own, you know, cutthroat gesture that Taker did. And he promptly tombstoned him, hit him with the 1, 2, 3, and I believe that moved Taker to 18-0 at Mania, and Shawn Michaels' career was over until, 2018, which I know we all wish never happened. Shawn Michaels bald, wearing a do-rag. Kane, Undertaker, Triple H also bald in a botchamania match. It was absolutely terrible, and you know, a lot of us like to ignore that ever happened. You know, like the last time they were in the ring was this, what we're talking about 15 years ago. Get that other ish out of here. Never happened, right? I mean, seriously. Some stuff's good, some stuff's not so good, but that was just painfully bad, and it really should have never happened. And I think, didn't someone get hurt in that match as well? I don't know. But I know definitely Taker, Kane, Triple H, HBK, they all wish they could have that one back. And also, something to talk about here. Fans, you know, Roman Reigns, everyone's like, he was pushed down our throat, pause. He was no good. He was trash. The WWE made us accept him. And then there was a lot of people talking about that the whole cancer thing was BS and not true. Is anyone out there believe that? If that is true, he's the ultimate heel for life for even taking part in that gimmick. But eventually, Reigns got over, and he went on to have that record-breaking title run as a heel and all that. And I don't know, some people are still on the fence about him or whatever, but the big thing here is that with WrestleMania, where I believe he's going to be in a triple threat with Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, that's going to put him past a lot of other pro wrestlers with main events at Mania. Although, did they say that this is going to be a main event bout for sure? I wasn't quite sure about this match. But people, Roman Reigns has main evented more WrestleManias than legends like Hulk Hogan, Stone Cold, Cena, The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, and The Rock, with 9 WrestleMania main events already and a 10th coming at WrestleMania 41. His dominance is unmatched. At just 39, he could still headline 4 or 5 more. He is the greatest of all time, the true GOAT. And, immediately, there's going to be a lot of people disputing this. Like someone saying the WrestleManias that he initially main evented were only because he was pushed, not because he was ever over with the fans. I think that's kind of true, right? I mean, seriously, he really kind of was just pushed over and over again. It's kind of surprising that WWE, or Vince still at the time initially, just kept pushing him. Like there's been other cats that they didn't succeed. The fans weren't receiving them well. It just wasn't working out and they quit. Why do you think with Roman Reigns, he just continued to just get pushed on us like a shady dope dealer trying to get people hooked? Come on, first hit's free, you know what I mean? He's definitely top 5 of all time. The guy that put this post up says he's number 1 for me. This guy's a big mark for Roman. At the end of his career, he will be at 15 main events for sure. Ain't no one gonna break that record. And but check it out. Someone says, but how many of them were actually memorable? What's the stats with y'all, everyone? What say you? How many of Roman's WrestleMania main events are truly memorable, are 5-star quality, if you like that whole star rating? I know a lot of people hate that, right? Meltzer and everything. Without naming himself, he's Mr. WrestleMania GOAT. So 5 years ago, I feel like a lot more people would be shitting all over this, but he really did get a lot more over. The whole title run, when he became heel, and the whole bloodline thing really changed how over Reigns truly was with the fans. You know what I mean? It almost is kind of erased from a lot of people's minds. Not fully, but this stuff got so over, it kind of deaded off and negated a lot of the old stuff that people were just hating. You know what I mean? Do you guys agree with that? What I'm saying, this whole narrative that Roman Reigns, got pushed and pushed and pushed. And again, that wouldn't have happened with other superstars without being received. But there you have it, man. He's up there on the WrestleMania main event leaderboards, and he's still probably got a few years ahead of him. What do you think about it all? The Undertaker stuff and everything else so far that's in the books for WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Card is obviously subject to change, and there's still more time before we get there. But as it stands now, what are your thoughts? Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more pro wrestling talk, new stuff, old stuff, and everything else in between.